Hello, and welcome to part 1 of 2 videos that will address your response paper. In this video, I will be speaking about the mechanics of your written work and what I expect to see as I grade your paper. As you begin, remember to follow the assignment carefully. Please take a moment to pause the video and read over the assignment now. First and foremost, you will want to begin with an introduction paragraph. This paragraph should include a hook at the beginning to entice the reader and a thesis statement that summarizes what your body paragraphs will address. You should follow with 2 to 3 body paragraphs. Finally, you will finish up with a conclusion paragraph. You are not required to do any outside research or use additional sources, but if you do include outside information, please cite this correctly in your work, including any information that you get from gallery walls or exhibits. For the content of your work, you will choose between 3 to 5 works of art at your chosen venue to write about in more detail. While this paper is pretty short at just a 600 minimum word count, it is important to note that I am not interested in what the weather was like, how nice the staff was, or whether there was a school group there that day. Think of your audience, me. Imagine what you think I would like to read about as your art instructor. As you can probably imagine, I am the most interested in your analysis of the artworks you choose. Your paper should address what you saw at the art exhibit, explain what you learned, explore your personal responses to these experiences, and use subject-appropriate vocabulary whenever relevant. You should include a brief visual analysis of at least one of your chosen artworks, identifying any visual elements or principles of design that you feel are important to the work. To help you with this section of your paper, please review the chapters that correspond to the visual elements and the principles of design. I would suggest taking photographs, if allowed at your venue, of the work so that you can refer back to them while you are writing your paper. I would also love to see these pictures included in your paper, as I am not always familiar with the pieces of art that you are describing. As always, check for correct spelling and grammar by redrafting your work several times before turning in your final draft. Fall State has resources should you need a tutor to read over your work. Reach out to the Learning Commons or look under the Help tab on our eLearn course page to access online writing resources. Finally, I want you to be familiar with the rubric that I will be using to grade your work. You can find it in the Content section under Response Paper. I will briefly describe the assessment categories. I will be looking at how you analyzed and evaluated your chosen piece of art, how well you understood the assignment, your personal insight and response, and your writing skills. If you haven't been to a museum or art space before, I think you are in for a treat. In my next video, I will speak about tips and tricks to help you while you are at the museum to make writing your paper easier. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to speaking with you again on the next installment.